And greetings, casual citizens, and we're back again. And I'm Paul, joined as always by my co-host Jason.
Howdy!
And Jeremy.
What up?
And we're playing Risk of Rain 2, and we're going to be, I don't know, just talking some shit. And playing Risk of Rain 2. I don't know what's going on in this game. What do I do, Jeremy?
We're going to shoot shit. We're going to kill stuff. We're going to get chests. We're going to kill bosses.
I'm in a character select screen. What do I do?
You can't do anything, so just press ready.
Oh, just press ready?
Yep.
All right.
You can't change it. You don't have anybody else you can be.
All right, here we go. We're just jumping right into it.
Yeah, I put it on easy, so.
Wait, what do you mean put it on easy? What do we do? What am I saying? What is happening?
Okay. Exit the escape pod.
E, exit escape pod. Okay.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of wait around for people to spawn, bad guys, and then you're going to shoot them.
Okay. I see him.
See that guy? Can you shoot him?
Yeah.
Kill him.
I did. He did.
Okay, cool.
He did.
And now we're going to wait for more guys to spawn. We kind
Good
of
job,
move around.
Paul.
This is all we're doing?
For the most part, yep. And then we're collecting items, and then we kill the boss at the end.
It says to find and activate teleporter.
Don't worry about it. Just listen to me. Listen to my voice.
Well, it's a smooth, sultry voice.
He's your commander.
All right, just run around
hey.
and find shit. That's all you got to do. You don't. That's it.
This says $34, but I don't know what to do with it.
If you have $34, you could buy it.
I have.
You could buy a lap dance and then have $14 left.
Yep. So this is just like wave killing. That's what this is.
No. Kind of, yeah, kind of, but not really. Like we're gonna go when we find the teleporter, that activates the boss, and once we kill the boss, then we go to the next level. But the thing is you want to get items before you activate the boss.
Okay, what other items do I has?
You have to open those chests, and then you can get items from them.
But is there crafting?
No.
I know, that'd be stupid.
Well, then what even is the point?
I know. Are there survivor elements? Is it open world, Jeremy?
It is open world, correct.
How do I sprint?
Left stick down.
Control.
There
That's
you
a
go.
dumb way to sprint. It should be left shift, but instead left shift makes me roll like some monster.
Oh,
yeah,
big monster.
Jeremy's using a controller like a monster.
Look, dude, I like controllers for certain games. What do you want from me?
Okay, but not shooters.
Well, yeah, shooters is what I've always played controller with, but like I
man.
know that it's objectively better to use mouse and keyboard.
Is there like a double jump mechanic? What's happening?
Yes, there is eventually. There's those blue things? Hold on, Paul. Okay, you
What?
see that thing you just clicked on?
Yeah.
Okay, did you see how an item popped out? You have to pick that up.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the items you get. Yeah, there you go.
I got a goat hoof. I move faster.
You do indeed.
It says I move faster. I don't feel it.
You definitely do. Trust me. Trust.
Oh, hey. Actually, I'm kind of enjoying shift being roll now. Oh, I defeated an elite type monster.
Nice.
Because I'm a badass. Hey, you're dead. That's a good thing. So, we just did a review of Avengers Endgame. This will probably go up after that, so you should go watch that on youtube.com, Casual Notion.
To be honest, we're
Like and
probably
subscribe.
gonna die.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Dude, what did you say, Jeremy?
I've hit these 2 shrines that make it harder whenever you fight the boss. I've only ever done one to make it harder, and I just found a second one, so I did it. Because I was like, why not?
And what happened?
We'll find out when we do the teleporter. I think there's going to be 3 bosses, though.
Oh, okay. Whoa, there's more to this game? I thought this is all we were doing.
No. There's bosses, and then we go to a different map.
Oh, hey, how about that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I mentioned in our Endgame review that I broke my long-time policy of going to see movies on opening weekend, especially big movies, and I was justified in that when a guy started snoring with an hour left in an Endgame. I had to sit through an entire death with this guy snoring.
You're the master of your own universe, Paul.
I'm just saying. Yeah. So what would you guys have done? Because you mentioned it in there, but in case
Would
you
have
didn't watch
woke
it.
his ass up.
I would have politely woke him up and asked if I could buy him a drink, a soda or coffee. No, that's the nicest way to do it. I'm asking for a thing from him.
Yeah.
That's
No. It's you don't fall asleep in movies.
Well,
You
he
don't
did.
make noise in movies.
He
That is
did.
the rule.
Well, he doesn't
If
play
you're
by
not
those
asking
rules.
something of him, you're telling him, "Hey, follow the rules."
Hey,
It's different.
I don't
Hey,
want
it's a free country,
I don't
man.
want to fuck up his journey or whatever, so I'm willing to buy him a soda. Okay?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's the thing
And
I
then,
was thinking.
And then after that, if it happened again, I would ask someone that worked there to ask him, officially. And usually when a grown up tells you to stop something, even when you're yourself a grown up, someone in a uniform,
Yeah.
they
Which, of course, by uniform, you mean in AMC
yeah,
theaters.
I know.
polo shirt.
But even still,
Yeah.
you don't usually fall asleep after that.
Well, in my whole
When
thing,
you've been
too-
rebuked, even if you think that's stupid and petty and it pisses you off, well, you're now awake and pissed off. So,
well, and my whole thing too was like, hey, this guy probably doesn't want to be sleeping during Endgame. To be fair, I went to the
But what if he was
10:30 a.m. showing, so like it could have been a whole thing there.
and we don't really
He's
know
just not
his,
a morning person.
we don't know his life. Maybe he needed 3 hours somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Honestly, I mean,
That's what I'm saying. So like, so I wouldn't be one of these people to like violently wake him up or like anything like that. But I would have nodded and be like, "Hey, sir, I don't think you want to be sleeping during this. You're missing important things here. Would you like
That's
to
a lot.
wake up?"
That's a lot of information to give during a movie. I probably would just say, "Hey, buddy, can I buy you a Coke or something?"
No.
Hey, Paul.
What?
Paul, come to me on the map.
I would say you're kind of
Okay, I'm taking out a dude.
Just ignore him.
Oh,
Come
I'm
to
getting
me.
swarmed. I'm getting swarmed here.
I'd say
Come to me.
you're
Run away
dozing.
from him.
You're dozing
No,
off.
I got it.
Well, like it doesn't like just come to me because the longer we take, the harder it's gonna be.
All right, I'm coming.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just like it's a time based. You see at the top right where it says easy,
Yeah.
and how it's slowly moving to the right. As
Yeah.
time goes on, it gets harder.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm coming.
That's the only reason I was saying that. Yeah.
Oh, I got armor-piercing rounds, so this whole thing was important.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough.
Okay, sorry, Jason. You were saying.
Oh no, I was just hey, can I buy you a Coke, man? You're dozing off and snoring a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be fine.
I feel like that would have been the right way to go. I just couldn't find out who it was. But the other thing about this was, and Jason and I talked about this briefly. I want to get Jeremy's thought on it as a youngster, as a Gen Zer, whereas we're just those old millennials. We're getting old now, Jason. Millennials are old now.
I know. I'm really holding up. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, I know. How's that work? I don't know. Anyway,
Good news, Jeremy.
yeah, you guys got the good genes.
It's working out.
Wait, all right. I have these buttons, but they say M2, M1. I don't know what that means.
Huh?
I
your
have
ability?
these other and they say M2, M1. I don't know how to activate them.
Those are mouse clicks, mouse 1 or mouse 2,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
left and right respectively.
This is gonna be rough.
no, everything's gonna be great. What are you talking about?
I hope so.
Aw,
Where do I see my health?
Bottom left. You've got half. You're low. Run away.
I'm running. I wish this was like Doom and I got more health for killing these people.
There is an item you can get that does that.
They're following me, Jeremy. They're following me, and you have abandoned
away.
me. You've abandoned your boy.
I have been at the exact same spot this entire time.
I know,
Oh,
but
no.
I had to run away.
I know, but if I run away, I'm going to die. There's 3 of huge bosses in between me and you right now. I'm trying to kill one of them. I'm working on it. All right, I'm doing my best. I'm doing what I can for us, Paul.
Oh, these motherfuckers have shields now. Fuck y'all. Okay, so anyway. Oh man. I totally forgot where I was going with that and the whole millennial thing.
I've almost killed one.
Oh,
All right, one's dead.
Oh. So while I was in this movie and I was thinking about something, because there were lots of little kids there, and I'm talking like 7, 8 years old, right? And now, here's the thing. I grew up in a household where, yeah, you were allowed to watch all kinds of violence and language and all that stuff. But you weren't allowed to see any nudity. And it's just like, the whole thing just kills me because I'm sitting here watching it and I'm like, so without giving any spoilers, that happens, right? Somebody dies in a gruesome fashion, okay? And then like they just move on. I'm like, there are like 7 and 8 year old kids sitting here, and these parents just like, oh, no big
And
deal.
just to be clear,
yeah, and there was like blood, and like people had blood splatters on their face. Like it was pretty graphic for a PG-13 movie. And like there's just like little kids here, and I'm thinking like, man, that seems like a lot. But here was the thing that really drove me crazy, because I don't want to be like too big of a stickler, stick in the mud kind of guy. But I'm sitting here, what really pissed me off more than anything is I'm sitting here thinking like, if Scarlett Johansson right this instant just decided to show a nipple, like all these parents would lose their goddamn minds, right? And you know it's the truth. And it's just, but you just saw, and you had no problem with your kids seeing that. Like, I don't know. Am I out of touch here, Jeremy?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
I think most young people would agree with you, but old people not so much.
Yeah, Jason.
Okay, Paul, come grab these three things.
Okay,
Okay.
I
where
don't
are
know.
you?
I make the argument
Come back over here.
when it comes to kids, the thing is, it's hard. It's easier to make a kid understand that you're not supposed to than it is to make a kid. You remember, they're not grown-ups. It's harder to make a kid understand not to talk about a lady's boobs or touch a lady's boobs or anything like that.
Ooh.
It's just it's a cultural faux pas, and when a kid sees it, you don't want it. It's hard to make them not talk about it. So I'm more comfortable showing a kid a violent thing than a sexual thing, because you don't want them talking about it in a situation that is impolite or hurting someone else, and they don't know better.
But here's the
So
counter.
you shield them from it longer.
Well, here's the counterclaim I make. That while violence overall in society is reducing, this is theoretically the best time to be alive in terms of if you don't want to die during a war or armed conflict in human history,
Yep.
right? So all that's great. At the same time, this is also the best time to be alive in like recorded history in terms of like teen pregnancy. Oh, I don't have enough money for that. In terms of like teen pregnancy and stuff, it's just we've drastically cut down on it, and we could do even more so.
No
right?
thanks to Mother Teresa.
Do what?
Said no thanks to Mother Teresa.
What does that mean?
When she got the Nobel Peace Prize, she was asked, "What do you think is the greatest threat to world peace in
Yeah.
the world?" And she said, "Abortion and contraception." So
nice.
that.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Africa appreciates you.
Nice. That's harsh, but fair. Harsh but fair. No, I don't know. I just kind of that hypocrisy always drives me crazy, and I guess because I grew up with it, where it was like I grew up like, oh yeah, watch any violence you can see, and you know, but like if somebody shows a boob, oh my god, like the world is ending, and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm more. Here's the thing. I'm more likely to run across boobs in my life than I am to run across war, and like. I feel like I don't want to be freaked out by the boob, and I should be freaked out by the war. That's how I feel.
Yeah, true. I
It's
feel
like-
you on that.
I feel it's just I just feel like it's good survival instincts to have people be freaked out by violence and not be freaked out by boobs. That's just
I
my
can
thing.
agree with that for sure.
Yeah, I
That's how you perpetuate a species. This is why Japan doesn't have kids anymore. They're freaked out by the boobs.
Oh.
But not the tentacle monsters.
Yeah, see, this is what happens when you suppress boobs.
Yeah,
You get hentai.
You get crazy cool stuff.
You know what's hilarious about that though is you know because Japan censors their porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, but then this is what happens though when you censor it is like you get the freaky animated stuff. Like people want their freaky stuff. You're not gonna hide it from them.
That's
They're just
exactly
gonna
my point.
animate it.
That's exactly my point. There's always going to be a healthy outlet for this stuff. So you don't need to. You can.
Well, okay, but we have healthy outlets for. We have video games. I'm playing it right now. I'm playing the healthy outlet.
I am murdering these aliens.
I apologize to anyone watching. See what I just did there.
Yeah, but decorum is very hard to get across. But there is no real decorum you have to get across about violence. So
No, but there is. See, this is where I maintain. I think people being desensitized to violence, like this is why when we see police shootings or mass shootings, like we just brush over mass shootings now. We're just like, oh no, it's just how it is. Like, no, this isn't how it is anywhere else.
yeah, but we know it's wrong. We clearly understand at
but-
all times that it is not good, right? So that's not always
Okay,
clear
but
to
they're
a
doing
kid with boobs.
but let's put it this way: the people that are freaking the hell out about boobs are also the people not wanting to do anything about mass shootings.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean,
See what I'm saying?
See what? I mean,
These are the people I'm talking about that are like okay with violence, but like they're like, shiver me timbers, protect Jesus's ears and cover Jesus's eyes if you show a nipple.
I'm fine with censoring more violence a little more. That's fine.
I just say censor. I'm just saying like don't take your fucking
Yeah, they're hypocrites, Paul. They're hypocrites.
don't take your little kid to see
yes,
a PG-13
yes,
movie
those-
where somebody gets.
Good point. Those people are hypocrites. But I wasn't talking about hypocrites. I was talking about exactly what we were talking about.
Well, would you take your 8-year-old, 7-year-old to see Avengers Endgame?
If I had one, I would. Yes.
Well then, okay.
I mean, unless they were blind, I guess.
but would you also let them see boobs?
No,
See,
Probably not.
That's not hypocrites. It's you.
that's not hypocrites.
You just said they're hypocrites.
No. The people who
Oh, that don't want to do anything about. Okay, I got
Jesus.
you. I got
Yes. No, I'm saying that I think that it's more important to shelter sexual stuff than violent stuff
I
at an
disagree.
early age.
I disagree. People shouldn't be
I
ashamed of their bodies.
Oh, whatever. You'll figure it out.
What?
They'll figure it out.
We should have more sex ed too.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
Yeah. Well,
An
okay. You know
environment-
what you see in sex ed?
Right, but an environment where you're supposed to be learning is not the same as just seeing a nip, right? Like then you go, ooh, like nips are
Well,
cool,
I'm not- okay.
just like violence is cool.
No,
so let's
no,
talk
no.
about nips. Let's touch someone's
no.
nips.
I'm not advocating for porn.
Now we're making the claim that nipples are inherently sexual.
Yeah.
They are as long as we wear clothes the way we do.
Or not? No.
If you hide them,
we treat
it is.
As long as males hide nipples, but nobody complains when a male isn't wearing a shirt at the beach.
Right, because male nipples male boobs aren't like a butt. I don't know what to tell you. It's a mating thing. Jesus.
I don't think it's a mating thing. I think that boobs are specifically. Wait, is there anything to prove that it's a mating thing that we like tits?
Even if it weren't, it doesn't matter. It's just how we like things. Boobs are more sexualized than male boobs.
They are. It's not how we have to like them.
It
It's
doesn't
how
ma-
we do because
But
it's
if
society.
I
that's the
understand.
standard-
It doesn't matter if it's intrinsic or learned. That's what I'm saying. Whatever the
Well,
case
it does.
is, why I like it this way.
Because you could just very easily say, yeah, well, intimacy is about men and women,
Because
and
it's
so that's the way it
inconvenient for
is. And we
women.
don't need to change it.
I'm not
Like,
saying-
obviously, you're not on that page. So.
No, I'm just saying. What if? I mean, you're allowed to do whatever you want. I
I'm just saying
I
this-
don't want to show my kid it before I would show them violent stuff.
Okay, and I'm just saying this is the exact same excuse people do. Like, I don't want them shoving a homosexual agenda into
I don't
my
feel like
media.
it is the same thing.
I feel like it is. It's just weirdness
You
about
think it's
other
you
people's
think it-
sexuality.
You think it's bigoted to want to like wait to talk to my kid about sex until he's like before I'm willing to let him watch violent stuff?
I think no. I don't.
You
I
think
would never
that you
said
think
bigot.
that you think that's a
I never
lot?
said bigoted.
You think
I
that's
said,
a lot like
I
saying
said,
what
no,
about gay people?
No. What I'm saying is, it is that the idea that women's boobs are different than men's boobs is just a cultural construct, just the way.
Fine, it is.
Just the way homosexuality is bad, and so we can change it. You just saying like, I just don't like it because it's the way it is and the way the culture is. Like, that's just not very convincing.
okay.
Because that's not the way other cultures are in modern times. It's not the way cultures have been historically.
But ours is, and until it
Okay, and
changes,
our culture 20 years ago was don't let gay people serve in the military.
I'm-
like these things change.
I'm not.
That's what I'm arguing.
Then change
we
it.
need a culture
and then I'll
change.
then change it, and then I'll tell my kid about this. I'll view them equally.
That's all. That's what I'm saying from the beginning.
Okay, but it hasn't changed, and I don't know how we're gonna change it.
Like they have political ads in other European countries with like dudes with their schwangs out.
Ergo, gay people shouldn't serve in the military.
No, that's
That was my whole point all along.
no.
We're not saying that you are
I
making
know.
the point that
I
like,
know.
So don't. act like we
It's
were.
a no,
even if you're saying
because it is
true.
it's called flaming someone.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It was trying to show the problem with your logic by using a metaphor, or in that case, a
I hear
simile.
ya.
Do you hear us?
Yeah.
Do you, Mr. Krabs?
Anywho,
Okay.
yeah, I would take my kid to see a violent movie before I'd take him to see a movie with tits out.
Okay, we're done.
Fair
Here.
enough.
We're done.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going now? So
Ice place.
so
There's
how-
buffalo here.
how long does this go?
As long as we want. It literally never ends.
Oh, we're gonna have to wrap
Until you
up soon
die.
for Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, yeah. We could end whenever. It doesn't matter.
All right, so let's talk about the thing that must be talked about, which, all right, we don't get political in the way we used to anymore. We don't have our political podcast anymore. But big stuff happened this week, or actually 2 weeks ago now. But it continues to happen with the Mueller report. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
So no C and O. No C and no O, right? That's what we got out of that?
Oh, it's I mean, he's not charged with an O.
Well, he was never going to be charged with anything.
That's the thing. He was never going to be charged with anything. So, I mean,
Because the report is very clear about
yeah,
that, actually.
Yeah.
That current Department of Justice standards prevent them from bringing charges against the sitting president.
Yeah, I mean, it's if Congress wants to impeach, they have grounds. That's what it means. Nancy, I'm not sure if Pelosi really wants impeachment or not. She says she doesn't, but her committee chairs say different. So if her committee chairs are saying it, I gotta believe that she wants them to say it. I just, you know what I mean?
Well, okay, before
You know what I'm saying? Schiff and Nadler
Yeah.
and Cummins, they'll bring it up, but then she'll say, she's the party leader, and she'll say, no, we're not impeaching. And you know, you got AOC going on about it, and so it looks like a fracturing, but I wonder if Pelosi's just trying to look like, oh no, I'm not doing it.
Wink, wink.
Yeah,
Well-
I really do. I really think that might be going on.
So here's the thing. So there was a poll that came out today that talked about how they polled on views of impeachment, right? And it was a majority of members of both parties thought that the Mueller report was fair and balanced.
Mm-hmm.
TMCR. And that basically that I think even a majority said they thought that Trump lied to the American people about, you know, what happened, right?
Yep.
But a majority also said that they didn't think they should impeach. And it's like, well, if you think that the report is fair and it says some damning things in there and makes a pretty compelling case for obstruction, you also think that the president lied and obstructed, but you don't think we should impeach. Well, it's just like, I don't know what to do with this, man. Like, I don't know how to please you people, right? But it could be responding to that, right? Nancy Pelosi responding to that and being like, because we talked about this before, about, oh wow, these fuckers disappear.
Yeah, the teleporters.
Yeah,
Oh, those guys are cool.
about how I don't like this. I don't like this
25
nonsense.
minutes. 25 minutes.
So
About
excited.
about how we talked about this before, about how, you know, Democrats are weak on this, and basically, well, and also that it's a question of, would you rather run against Trump in 2020 or run against an impeached Trump in 2020, right? And there's an idea of thought that says you'd rather run against Trump because he's not that popular, but impeachment would probably make him more popular because he wouldn't get convicted by the Senate, so he'd still be president, and then he could get to play the victim, right?
Yep.
That is a
Right.
totally 100% fair point, but at the same time, I'm sick and tired of the Republican Party holding us hostage like this on accountability. Right? Because you know what's stupid about this? Because we talked about, obviously, Bill Clinton impeached for bad things, and I think he would get impeached today, but like what he was impeached for back then is not something people got impeached for back then. Right? Like this was pre-Me Too.
Yep.
Okay. So now I look at it and go, oh yeah, he should have been impeached because like he committed sexual harassment in the workplace. But back then they were just impeaching. Like, oh no, he lied. Right? He lied about having an affair. And it's like, that's dumb. But they did it anyway. But then we can't impeach over actual obstruction of justice crimes that was laid out by the Republican
And here's why.
special counsel.
There's a good argument for why not. You just as you said, he wasn't going to get convicted, Bill Clinton, right? But here's the worst case scenario in that situation. Now, I'm not saying I agree with you about all the bullshit about they should have convicted because it was sexual harassment. I'm there with you, but the risk, right, of the running against Trump or running against an impeached Trump, it's not the same as running against Clinton or running against impeached Clinton. No one was really scared about the power of Congress with Clinton.
Sure.
Right? Congress is now actually should be frightened about like losing their ability to subpoena people. Like that's a real, like that could go to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
It could.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal. And that just wasn't the fear with Clinton. So
No.
the risk wasn't there. So, I mean, yeah, they're playing it as fucking safe as they can. And I don't know what their plan is, but they got one.
Well, it also goes to show the asymmetry, right? Because in that poll, it showed like 90% of Democrats want Democrats to impeach. It's Republicans don't obviously want them to impeach, and independents, it was only like 30 something or 40% wanted to impeach. So, but it's like, okay, abortion is banning abortion is grossly unpopular across most of the U.S. And yet that doesn't stop the Republicans from trying to do it, right? I mean, tax cuts. You don't even get 90% of Republicans supporting tax cuts for corporations, and they did that, right? So it's like the fact that 90% of Democrats want something and the Democratic Party won't do something, it just goes back to the whole problem. It's like the Republican Party is hostage to their base, and the Democratic Party is hostile to their base. Like the Democratic Party doesn't like leftists, and that sucks. It would be fine in a world where the Republican Party also hated far-right fascists, but that's not the world in which we live, unfortunately. And I find that frustrating.
Yeah.
So this just goes to reinforce that,
The only way you will ever fix this situation is to everybody go out, and whenever someone talks shit about leftists, just don't say it's not. They're not Stalin. You have to convince people they're not Stalin, and that sucks. But it's something you have to do, right?
Yeah.
Like when they call it. I mean, I don't always stand up for it, but like I'm not like a huge socialist piece of shit. But like I don't think that people who are far left, I think they can be perfectly fine people. Like, I don't think they're trying to do something dishonest. I don't think they're, I mean, really. So, until that ends, they're not, like, the constituency just isn't going to have the support for it. You're going to be able to convince people that it's a demon. So, we gotta start at the bottom on this one.
I know, but that sucks.
I know.
You can just call anybody a socialist, and it's like, but if you call somebody a Nazi, oh, how dare you?
Yep.
I'll be like, I don't know. You were holding a swastika. I'm really confused.
And blood was spilt for it, So it's just, it costs a lot to create, like, it's like communists. Can you imagine someone saying I'm a communist in Congress and everybody being okay with that?
Yeah, it would be awful.
Yeah.
Somebody says I'm a democratic socialist, and it's like we all lose our goddamn minds.
We had a 30-long stalemate with them. Or 50-year, 40-year? Jesus, how long?
Yeah, but we had a real big war with the fascists. Of course, nobody would get up and say I'm fascist, but they sure act like it.
I know, but there was like 40 years there where we were concerned that we might end civilization if we went to war over these communists. And it was worth fighting. And you might be a communist too. So it was.
I'm not a communist.
No. I meant like that was their line. Like if you don't agree with us, then you're a communist too.
Yeah, I know, because they're all fascists.
Yeah. I hear you. But anywho, like everybody heard that, and like there's even a Seinfeld episode about it, and like like it's old and it's deep.
There's a Seinfeld episode about everything. Honestly,
it's a generational like revulsion that they've bred into us. I mean, we've got
and it's starting to turn back because young people are not nearly as happy about capitalism or scared of socialism.
Yeah, because it's really, really hard to corral language. It's very difficult. It's very costly.
Okay.
Think about how much time and energy it costs to get us to figure out that the N-word is bad. It costs a lot of energy. Right?
Okay, did it? I feel like we always knew it was bad. That's
no,
why it was
I'm
used
sorry.
as a slur.
I'm sorry. Let me be clear.
To get it out of our vernacular.
To make it understood that no one says it, and it almost is never said. Like I never hear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's shocking. I hear it a lot.
Well,
Really?
okay, but yeah. Well, I don't. But
Yeah, I don't really hear.
but
a
I
whole
used
lot.
to. I mean, it's in my own
Yeah.
lifetime.
Yeah.
This, like the same kinds of people have stopped saying it.
Yeah.
That would say it when I was younger.
Yeah, no,
It's,
they still say it in my life. But sorry.
okay, but and you're comedian and just the way the comedy scene is around it now.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
Like I'm
different.
saying, like you can take that as a measure of free speech, right? So it's just changed, but it costs a lot of energy, and like a lot of people complaining and trying to get people to understand that white privilege is a thing. So
Wait.
yes, it costs a lot of energy to get people to stop saying this word.
Where are you at, Jeremy?
So
Oh, I was just running around getting some stuff. About to teleport.
so
Oh, okay.
so it's going to decay if you don't. And they stopped with communists and socialists. I mean, like they don't have this agenda like they did. They didn't have the U.S. military calling you a traitor if you didn't say that communism was bad.
Oh,
True.
shit, what did I get? I think I may have lost something. Actually,
You lost money.
no. I was putting something in a 3D printer when you teleported us out. and I
Oh
think I
shit!
lost
I'm
it.
sorry. That's my bad. I apologize.
Okay, so let's talk about before we wrap up here. Let's talk about what was actually in the Mueller report.
Oh fuck.
Not all of it, because this isn't an in-depth thing. Again, we don't do our political stuff that much anymore. But I mean, so the joke that I made earlier about the no C and no O, that was a tweet from Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Says the report found no collusion, right? But that's not really what it found, right? The only thing that it found, first of all, we've talked about this multiple times before, is, well, I don't know if we've talked about it on here, but it's been said multiple times before, collusion isn't a law. Like, there's no law against this idea of collusion. There's a law against conspiracy, right? And conspiracy to commit crimes. But so what Mueller actually found was that he couldn't prove conclusively that there was a quid pro quo arrangement between the Trump campaign and the Russian government. But the only reason that was the case, according to the report, is because they were just all incompetent. Like it's in there. Trump was like, "Yes, I want them to hack and get these emails. Yes, I want to meet." They were even trying to set up. Carter Page was trying to set up a meeting between Trump and Putin, personally, between the two, before the election, and literally, he just never could get the schedule right. Like, they scheduled a time, but then he messed up the time, and like one of them actually wasn't available that day. And it's like, what? So the only thing that saved them from breaking the law was just their own incompetence. And then, likewise, on obstruction, they made Mueller, first of all, specifically said, "Hey, while I'm not making a prosecutorial claim for obstruction, I also don't exonerate the president at all," right? And then so he turns that around and says total exoneration, which is clearly not what it said. It said the exact opposite. But like, we just all, I don't know, we just kind of ignore that. It's like, because he laid out the case specifically. He was like, the only reason that the obstruction didn't work, because he's like, Trump tried to order his counsel to fire Robert Mueller in the investigation, and they just didn't do it. They just ignored him. The only reason he didn't obstruct justice is because nobody listened to him. They just all ignored him, and he's too shitty of a manager to follow up on it. And it's just,
Yeah.
like,
It was in short, it was as bad as it could have possibly have been. So we have what we need. This is what we need.
Yeah.
That doesn't change the numbers in the Senate. It never
I
was
know.
going to. It never was going to.
I know.
We have everything we need. It's
I
great
know.
news for us. So I mean,
Well, but it's
we
not-
always knew the Republicans were going to say it wasn't true.
it's not, because they don't believe it. That's the
We're
thing.
going to find
People
it's
don't
going to
believe it.
okay. Then it's going to go to court. Let's
Like-
go to court.
Like and they even showed results from like Fox News viewers.
If they
They think it's like it says something completely different than what it says. They think literally it totally exonerates him. It says that like, oh, he didn't do anything wrong.
I understand that. Anywho, when I mean by go to court is like if the Congress should continue with investigations, and try to subpoena subpoenas. If Trump tries to resist subpoenas, then they should go to the Supreme Court, have this out.
Yeah, okay. Now
It's
that
out.
he's already got two of his own guys on the Supreme Court.
Yep.
One of whom says that the president should never be investigated.
They'll do the right thing.
I don't believe it.
I don't think you'll get.
I don't think you understand just how conservative the Supreme Court, how partisan the Supreme Court is, and how devastating it's going to be over the next few decades.
I do. You got 2 Trump guys. Okay, the rest are Republicans, sure, but that doesn't mean you. Okay, so you think the rest of them would literally say the Congress doesn't have subpoena power? You think they're that
for the
kind
president? Yes, I think they would say the president. I would say I think they would say executive privilege. They don't have subpoena power over the White House. I think that's exactly what they will say.
All right.
Because Clarence Thomas was corrupt before all this. Like, yes, I get that he just put 2 people on there, but it's like the conservatives that are left were the worst ones, except for Scalia. So, and the conservative that left was the one good one that would occasionally swing and like have principles, and not just do whatever the Republican Party wanted. So. Yeah, I honestly think they would side because honestly,
then that's what happens. Then that's what happens.
In their defense, the Constitution is not very well written on things like this.
That's true. Then that's what happens.
So,
I mean, this is how it plays out. Then I mean,
yeah, it's just
we'll be fine.
I appreciate your optimism. I hope so. I hope so.
Same.
I hope 2020 fixes everything.
We could take power all the way back. You got to vote. You can't. I mean, you want to know why things are shit? I mean, people with shit opinions are winning.
Yeah, but
That's
then you run into the whole thing of like the game I don't know, I wouldn't say literally, but pretty much being rigged, and Republicans are trying really hard.
I get it.
To like Tennessee and Texas, just working on bills right now, making it harder for people to register to vote, making it literally a criminal offense to make a mistake on a voter registration. Like that's what's happening right now. Because they can't win, like they don't have the numbers and popularity. They just keep winning by gerrymandering and bullshit like that. So that's what I worry about. That's what we have to deal with.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it.
I hate that. There's nothing we can do about it. But we don't. Because liberals don't have any fucking balls.
True that.
And it pisses me off.
I don't know what balls they could have that would really make a difference. I don't know what
enforce the fucking law. You know, we should have handled this in 2009 when Obama was elected. He literally should have put members of the Bush administration, like, turned them over for war crimes.
That's true. That would have done it.
Right? That would have put the fear of God in people. Like, no, we know you broke the Geneva Convention. You tortured people. That's against the law. We're turning you over to the World Court.
That's true.
Right.
But we let everybody go, and we just moved on. And what happened? Yep. They doubled down, and this is where we are now.
But he pardoned Bush.
Huh?
He would pardon Bush, but he could get everybody else.
I wouldn't have even pardoned Bush.
You know, he would.
I know he would have. But, I mean, well, he would just do nothing because that's what he did.
No sitting president will ever not pardon another president. I claim it.
There's
just no way that'll happen.
That's probably pretty fair. Well, I don't know.
Man,
I would not claim that Bernie Sanders would pardon Donald Trump if it turns out like Donald Trump.
I think he might be surprised.
Did a deal with somebody.
I think he'd be surprised. I think he might.
I don't know, maybe, but
he's a lot closer to the party line than he acts.
Who? Bernie Sanders?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's another thing that's so frustrating as the Democratic primary gets going. Is everybody talking about what are we doing, Jeremy?
We're just shooting shit. I'm trying. There's
Where's
like chests
everybody?
that are really expensive.
Where's everybody?
And
I don't see anybody.
If you have to stay in like one spot or they won't spawn.
Oh, there they are. Anyway, people, yeah, Bernie Sanders. If Bernie Sanders was actually as radical as like he talks like he is, like I wouldn't like him. Like what I like about him is that he's not that radical, but he does have like a strong attitude. But like the Democratic establishment is terrified of him. They're always attacking him. I'm just like, but he's been a pretty reliable vote. He's actually not that extreme.
Yeah.
A and B. He's been incredibly pragmatic in his career, and he's got a pretty solid party line vote. Like, you actually really shouldn't be that concerned about him. But, I think it was Matt Iglesias at Vox actually brought up the point, like, by treating him as if he's some fringe and, like, counter-establishment radical, it actually helps Bernie Sanders, the people that like Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like you could just be like, oh no, he's totally like, yeah, I know he says independent, but he's totally like strong partisan guy and like follows the party line, and that would be a better way to attack him.
Right. So maybe they're all in cahoots. Maybe they're like a party, like a political party.
No, because they actually do like not like Bernie Sanders.
Okay.
There was a story out today, like the healthcare industry is backing Joe Biden because they're terrified of Medicare for all. So
Should be.
and Joe Biden, apparently, they feel safe with him.
He
So
does
take
seem-
that as you will, when casting your primary ballots. Okay.
All right, let's fight this boss.
Yeah.
And then
How
we're
much?
done.
Yeah. How much till we're done? Where's he at?
It's somewhere over here. I feel like I remember seeing it.
I know people who don't have healthcare who need it. I would vote on. I'll vote for the one of between the two of them. It'll come between climate change and that.
Well, I mean, I got news for you. You're voting for a Democrat.
Yeah.
So, because the Republican Party doesn't care about either one of those things, as they've made abundantly clear. Climate change is just the worst. It's just
Strange.
it's strange because it wasn't. It's literally it was just Obama. Like they've created such a fervor about Obama. Like this because you can go back and watch old video. There was commercials with like Newt Gingrich and Nancy Pelosi sitting together in like 2007 and be like, climate change is a thing we have to tackle and it's cross party lines and all that stuff. And then you fast forward like 2 years and it's like, oh my God, this carbon tax, Obama's a socialist. He's trying to kill us all. And it's just so ridiculous. Like there was something about him that just drove conservatives crazy.
Yeah. I don't know what it could have been.
Don't know what it could have been. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah.
The thoughts are racing through my
It
mind.
was because he was Muslim, wasn't it?
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Yes, that's why. Well, it was really because he was born in Kenya.
We have
You
to
know
go.
how they don't like people that
we
weren't
have to
born.
go right now.
It's fine. We
Yeah.
got 7 minutes.
Game
Yeah.
of Thrones. Da, 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 da.
We got it. We're gonna be fine.
All right, we're done. We I beat the boss.
Oh, did we? All right, let's just clear
Yeah.
these guys out, and then we're good.
All right,
Hey, I helped.
you did.
I shot the missiles at him.
You did. You did good. This is your first time playing. You're good.
Yeah, because I'm playing with a mouse
I'm
and
a god,
keyboard as God
so-
intended.
Yeah, I'm a god.
Yes. As
you
everyone
for
knows,
agreeing.
God intended for us to all watch Marvel Avengers Endgame, play first-person shooters with a mouse and keyboard,
That is
and,
what I
and
intended.
under no circumstances let anyone under 18 see a boob.
That is exactly what I intended.
Those were the 3 things.
Oh,
God
under
intended.
18?
Yeah.
Oh God, no. Okay, I'll say this. I think it should be lower than that. I think 16-year-olds should be able to buy porn. Yeah, I do. I do.
Okay. I think nobody should be.
I don't think
should be forced
I don't
to buy
think
porn
anybody
anymore.
should have- I don't think anybody should have to buy porn.
Wait,
all right?
no,
Yeah.
I have
Obviously.
to. I didn't say have to. I said
Porn for all.
I should be allowed to. Is what I said.
All right, we're done.
All right. So this is it. This is good.
Yeah,
This is
we're-
Risk of Rain. This is actually good. We got onto insane difficulty level. I thought it was pretty good. We should do this again sometime.
Do you know how
I'm down.
fucking
Fun, isn't it?
insulting it would be? Imagine if you went to the store and
Yeah.
you picked up like a Maxim magazine or something because you're a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. It's fine. I've never bought a magazine for that,
All right,
but it's fine.
I haven't
it's
either.
time. It's time, guys.
Hold
So
on.
you know.
Yeah, he's finishing his point.
But
We got a couple minutes.
yeah. So imagine how embarrassing it would be for them to ask you, "Can I see your ID to prove you're not 16 or something?" And it's just so what a stupid fucking thing. Like I drove here. I put my life on the line to get this magazine. I risked my life to get here. Honestly, it's the most dangerous
Just to
way
have
to
a
travel.
wank. Just to have a wank. Let me live my life.
Are you sure you're old enough for this? Shut up. So I'm there.
Okay.
It's way too old that they. But I do think like at a real young age, you do one before the other because it's just
yeah.
hard to make kids not do stuff.
Make no mistake. I am not advocating for showing. First of all, anything below the waist in PG-13 at all.
no, but
Even the nipple.
No,
even the nipple. I think that. But but
the argument is the violence is different.
yeah, I do think. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'm not going to
yeah,
get back into this. We've talked about it.
Well, hey,
We're going to
it's
go
been
watch
great.
Game of Thrones. It's been great. This has been Risk of Rain 2. I actually really enjoyed it. Thank you for introducing this to us, Jeremy.
Yeah, for sure. I told you you'd like it. It's a
Yeah.
really. It's like for a dungeon or a dungeon crawler. It's really or a roguelike. It's really fun.
Yep, fun game.
I did it for
All
the
right.
North.
All right. As always, like, comment, subscribe if you like this. Follow us on twitch.tv/casualnotion. We stream this live.
And
we will
subscribe
do
if you
that-
don't like it. It's fine.
Yeah. And then we did that. We should be doing this either Thursdays or Sundays on the regular now. We got to figure out our time schedule there. We'll be doing the same kind of thing, playing games, talking, chit-chatting. So subscribe and follow us over on twitch.tv/casualnotion if you like that. And follow us on our social media, instagram.com/casualnotion, twitter.com/casualnotion, and facebook.com/casualnotion. Until next time, keep it casual, everyone.